We'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast, and we're doing the Action Vision team coaching, and we're going through a series on, um, you know, what's holding me back. And Paul's done a great job. We went through blindness, my own faults, and in here there is my biggest challenge is me. There's a whole library, like The Secret About Time. I'm overwhelmed, intentionality and discipline, why I choose not to succeed, follow through, and quantum thinking. There's some great resources in here that you can tap into. And so this connects back into our vision. And so as a company, we keep that, like, here's the vision of what we're looking for as a company. And then, okay, so here's a vision. And then how does that connect into your vision? And then goal setting and how to achieve goals. And so we've got that there. And so now we move into, so it's easy to talk about these things. It's easy to come up with suggestions and ideas. What's hard is the implementation. Often when we implement an idea, it doesn't work. Does anybody know why ideas, like, we talk about this, we go through this, and we come up with all these great ideas. Do you guys know why it doesn't work when we try these ideas? Anybody?
It's not that they don't work, you just haven't done it right yet.
Right? Like, you go ahead and you have a workout and you say, I worked out once and I'm not in shape. It's once. We change our eating, we change our exercise, we change our sleep anything that we do, we try it once, it doesn't work. And so we got to stay. Paul's absolutely right. So here's mine on constant urgent jobs that push back, not so urgent larger jobs. This is often what happens. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. Um, if you go ahead and get a job, a client, a project, or whatever, let's say 90% done at the end of the day, you come in and you start on that job the next day. What percentage do you have to do yet? You left it at night at 90%. When you come back in the morning, what percentage are you at? You'd think 90%. Because that's what you left it. Like, I only have 10% more to do. So I'm going to come back in. It's going to be 90% done, but it's not. It drops down to like 70 or 80%. So at the end of the day, you want to finish everything you possibly can or bring it to a finishing part. I'm halfway done, 3/4 done, whatever. You want to finish it to as best. You want to finish jobs as much, kill it, like, get it done with. And so the reason small jobs get done, sometimes good, is because you want to kill stuff. And bigger jobs, you can't kill it. So you get a dopamine hit at the end of a job. You're like, man, am I glad I got that done. So brain science wise, you feel good when you get small jobs done. Now, small jobs need to get done too. But big jobs, they need to get done too. And often we don't have the luxury of just doing big or small jobs. We have to do both. So there's not one right way to fix this that I found, but one way to do it is you might go ahead and do big jobs in the morning and then small jobs in the afternoon. So most of the time in the morning is when your brain is most active, you're on, and the afternoon maybe not as much. Small jobs tend to take less discipline, less focus. There's a dopamine hit that you get in going through them. The big jobs tend to take more brain power, more discipline, more consistency, more attentiveness. So if you do the big jobs in the morning and then the small jobs in the afternoon, you'll probably produce better results. A lot of this comes down to discipline. So when you look at the white paper library, now there's a whole group of white paper libraries. So you can go on the Life GPS. Like, I've been looking for Life GPS for over 40 years. And so it's so exciting to have this. because what people will do is people go into my biggest challenge is me. And so my blindness to my own faults. So people will go through and watch this podcast and they're like, oh, yeah, I get it. And they won't do anything with it. Or they'll unnecessary interruptions. So they'll go through this and say, oh, yeah, I got this. But it won't change their brain, and it needs to change their brain. So the beauty of doing this is when you watch the podcast, you do a reflection. Once you do a reflection, then you can have a chat. So Paul does a reflection, and maybe Jemima or Mary or Homer or John goes in, and you can see one another's reflections. And all of a sudden you start seeing Paul's thoughts, and you share thoughts or questions, and you start dialoguing. And what this does is it locks in these types of things. Otherwise, we'll tend to go back. We'll just slide back. We'll take 3 steps forward and often 4 steps back. Well, we don't want to do that. Worst case scenario, we want to take 3 steps forward and 1 back. And so these all interconnect actually, and they all come down to the same things that are in phase 1 of the white paper library. So thinking different is engineered clarity. The first is WIFN, what's in it for me, concept of selfless selfishness. Second is consistent and committed. If we're consistent and committed, and that is the culture within our team, we're going to all see greater success. We'll work less, we'll have less stress, we'll have improved life balance, and we'll all earn more money. If we're driven and disciplined, same thing. If we improve our communication, same thing. If success through self-vaporization, meaning we're harder on ourselves than any other team member could be, any other client could be, we're harder on ourselves. That means there's no defensiveness. As soon as defensiveness kicks in, boom, we stop learning and how to be the best student in the world. And so what we're going to be doing next is working on, low value jobs where we could hire a person with less skills. So that one's going to be a really cool one. So the 5-time management freedom fighters, delegate, systematize, contract out, hire someone, or partner with someone. We'll be talking about that. My inability to teach people job skills. And so there's some major breakthroughs have just happened in this area as well. And Elaine's got some amazing advice. But when people hear Elaine's advice, they're like, oh, I understand. Yeah, okay. But they don't do it. And so again, remember, anything we know we're doing, anything we know we should be doing and we don't do it, we don't know it at a deep level. We just know it at a surface level. And if we know something at a surface level, practice it at a surface level, then we're going to get superficial surface level results. So there's 3 reasons why we don't do something we know we should do. We don't know the true value of doing it. We don't know the true cost of not doing it. And or we don't have the current bandwidth, the capability to do what we know we should do. And then we'll be wrapping up my inability to dictate or delegate, I think, and trust coworkers to do a great job. This is a twofold thing. Love that Paul's taking ownership of this in part. It's his thing. But in another part, it's not. It's the coworkers. It's the system. Like, we're supposed to trust the integrity of the system. We're supposed to trust our coworkers. But what if the system, what if our coworkers are not trustworthy? Then what do we do? So we've gone over a lot of information in a very short period of time. Any questions, thoughts, anything at all from anyone on this? Okay. So again, by going through this in the live GPS and you share a reflection, and there's links in here too. So you can go in and you can click on these links when you're going through, and there might be a white paper, there might be another podcast, there might be something else on here. And so these don't take a lot of time, but it's important you share the reflection. It's important you review other people's reflections and you chat on it, have a communication between. And always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.